Hello, the internet. You're watching Questing Time, and this is episode 11, part 1. Fun fact, this episode isn't and never has been on our Twitch channel. We broadcast it, I forgot to save it, and it's been lost ever since. But it turns out King Rob, all hail King Rob, kept an offline copy, and he has done this of everything because he's a really capable and brilliant man, and certainly much better at his job than I am. Last session, we saw the players learn actually quite a bit about the plot I've written. The players met up with Mordant Thrubwell, the researcher they're working for. She explained that an ancient undead creature known as a lich is being resurrected by a team of its former lieutenants. In particular, one of those lieutenants, Malarius, a creature known as the Mist, or the Blue Flame, the blue light in the eyes of the zombies from the first step, it links. That creature, she thinks its tomb or prison was beneath this very town. The players have been asked to descend beneath Ravensholm to find out more. What follows in this session isn't that. It's other stuff. Enjoy. For the purposes of the sitcom, our title sequence ends, and the camera pans through the window of the theatre, the Phoenix Theatre, into the bar on the ground floor, where I believe you guys are all sat around a big table eating eggs from a big bowl of scrambled eggs containing quite a lot of eggshell, and drinking breakfast margaritas because I believe that was what Phillin had made. The place just reeks of pig urine.
Hardcastle shits. Don't forget that.
That's been that most of Hardcastle's Jack Hardcastle has not shat himself on the ground floor. He has pooped.
You are the DM. You have to call me Jack Hardcore.
Did I just say Hardcastle?
Yeah.
Did I just do that? I'm so sorry. Sorry, Jack Hardcore.
I'm just going to plug my laptop in.
Let me say a more dignified thing. Jack Hardcore has only shut himself twice, once upstairs and once in the basement. But he has yet to shit himself downstairs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, guys, if we're gonna go underground, surely we need the right kind of equipment. So I was thinking we've got a whole costume room upstairs. Is it time for a costume change?
I'm quite comfortable in my fancy business trousers.
Well, you've already had a costume change, Phillin.
Well, you guys made me wear clothes, so this is really on you. But I would like to help you find the perfect outfit, Miss Claire.
Why, thank you, Phillin. Should we have a look?
Yes, please.
Guys?
What's the likelihood of us finding costumes that will be beneficial to a quest?
Well, we're never going to find out from here. We have to look at the costume room.
Also, Mr. Hardcastle, if I may, I think a lot of a quest is about confidence. And if you look the part and feel the part, you act the part.
Dress for the quest you want, not the quest you have.
Okay. Can I dress for the team and people I want to be around as well?
That depends. If the team you want to be around is the best, most amazing team that you've ever been a part of, then get upstairs! And me and Claire hug Jack Hardcore. I go from the front, so my head is buried into his crotch, by the way.
Well, now I need to change.
Oh, he has shut himself down here.
And then what happens is the Autobot insignia flies towards the camera, flips, flies away, and we're now just upstairs having ended that scene. Can each of you roll a... Who is having a route in the costume store?
I was imagining that this whole time Ruff's just busy eating eggs and drinking beer and letting them talk amongst themselves. So I don't think I would go.
I've got this image of Ruff having a breakfast margarita that he's just topping up with stout.
Yeah.
I'm rummaging for me.
So, Briony, you having a look at the costume store?
Yeah. With Phillin, he's going to help me choose an outfit. And I think we've dragged Jack up there, haven't we?
Mhm.
Yes, reluctantly, I am there.
And my familiar will, of course, accompany us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get the monster manual out for Neil. I'll do that in a second.
So we're going underground. So we need
I might just print something while we're on the stream. That won't be dramatically distracting.
This is when we find out you've got a 70s dot matrix.
Sorry, Briony, you were saying?
I was saying we need something that works for underground. So like a Womble costume.
Hans Mole Man.
Yeah.
So I could dress like a mole.
Are there any mole costumes in there?
Please roll a d12.
D12?
Yep.
Which one's that one? Hold on. I think it's this one. Yeah.
It
8.
looks like the 20. I've been confused before.
8. Oh.
8. Okay, and Matt?
I didn't have
Are you getting costume?
Well, I was rummaging, and with my 1, I think we're going to find something nice.
Okay.
Does Rich need to roll?
If Rich is doing costume rummage, then yes.
Yes, sorry. My internet is a bit shaky. Sorry. Roll d20, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, and I'm also finding one for Ruff.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, so another one. So those were Matt. What did you get?
A 1.
You have found the lower half of a pantomime horse.
I've been moving through, and I thought the thing that I was wearing was on a rack. I found the perfect thing, miss. Wait a minute, I'm already wearing it.
Phillin high fives himself.
Yeah.
Pokes himself in the eye, having rolled a natural 1.
I looked at
Rich, what did you roll?
4.
A 4. Excellent. You have located a heavily branded Jim Dark Magic costume. This elaborate purple set of robes. It's Jim Dark Magic Classic. This set of purple robes and toy wands is heavily branded with Acquisitions Incorporated logos and magically removes 5 gold pieces from your bank account for every hour it is worn for licensing purposes.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to be pretty charismatic if I'm to wear this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It also has a special ability, Richard. You can use a full action to wave your hand in front of you, which causes the words "Have a magical day" to appear in glitter.
Brilliant. Can I do it to myself?
You can do it to anybody. Actually, no, you can't. You can only do it. You can only do it so it can be read. You can only ever read it in reverse unless you run around it.
Okay, all right. I might do it in front of the mirror later.
Okay. Briony, what did you get?
I got 8 for me and 2 for the costume I was looking for.
Okay, Briony, you have found. For you have found. Did you say 8 or 2?
Yeah, 8. 2
8 is yours.
Yeah.
Great. Welcome to Killer Bits. Thanks for raiding. Good luck making sense of what's happening. Briony, your costume that you have found is a tree.
Ooh.
It is a tree costume. If you stay still, it looks quite like a tree. If you move, you look like a tree running around.
I'm putting it on straight away.
And for Ruff, you have found a black domino mask and a black and white striped shirt with a bag with the word swag written on it. Classic burglar's outfit.
Great. I go downstairs. Let's take our new outfits for a stroll.
We all think he's going to love it as well. We think we found the perfect thing.
I love. Just before we go any further, I want to talk to the stream briefly and say, prior to the session, I mentioned to the guys that obviously we're going on a dungeon crawl. That's been set up. They're welcome to spend as much time as they want preparing and gathering equipment they think will be useful. And the first and only thing they've done is to get dressed up in a series of pantomime costumes.
Guys,
So get ready for the midweek session of making you count.
Hang on, wait.
So,
Go on, Miss Claire. Give it him. Give it him.
Ruff,
Give it him.
look what we
give it him.
found. So that you look like a proper looter of the underground.
I take one finishing swig of a mug that can hold 3 full pints of beer, and I look at the.
It's a bucket with a side handle.
It's not even really a side handle. Like it's just had like
It's just a
rope
bucket.
wrapped around it. It's just a bucket, really. I knock that back in one. I now look at the 3 of them dressed in their various ways. I let out an enormous sigh and I just say, right, hand it over. And put it on. The shirt, of course, immediately rips because I'm covered in spikes. So now
Yes.
I'm just wearing stripy rags over a series of spikes and a burglar's mask and carrying a bag that says swag on it.
Yes.
At this point, Paul, I'd like to spend my action to wave my hand in front of Ruff. So it says,
Yeah. So yes, so the arcs of light pour out of his hand and magically spell the phrase "Have a magical day" in front of him, and then, as if he's exhaled, like blowing a kiss, it just turns into sparks and sparkles and flies past you and then dissipates.
Lovely.
I just turn back to the bar and put the bucket back under the beer tap and pour it the wrong way round. Like, yeah.
Fair enough. Oh no. As you do, there is a sputtering and the tap stops working. It runs dry.
There's a crane shot as I fall to my knees. No!
At which point, I think I'm going to do what, for heaven's sake, in the chat suggests and say, come on, guys, let's make like a tree and leaf.
All right, guys, we're going into the town now. We're dressed for a quest. Everyone line up. Slow motion walk.
Sure enough, you all turn around and start walking towards the door in slow motion. As you do, Skulks, ignorant of this, is just cleaning the bar behind you, and there's an imp sat on Matt's shoulder, just going, Can we just briefly talk about the fact that we're going in public? Do you mind if I'm a bird? Can you hear me? You can hear me. I know you can hear me.
I can hear you, but you're just a normal human man there, Neil. I don't know why you would need to be a bird. Wait.
Why are we walking so slowly? This is weird.
It's very cool. Miss Claire, did you find anything for Neil whilst we're upstairs?
Oh.
No need. Check it. At which point, with a soft popping sound, Neil turns into a raven.
Oh my gosh. Neil, you're a normal human raven.
I
That's
add a
amazing.
bow.
This is very impressive.
What is it the Raven says in the
The Raven. Nevermore.
The raven looks at you and goes,
Nevermore.
Nevermore. Do you want me to say nevermore? Is that what you want me to say?
Yes.
Nevermore?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Ominous.
Yeah.
Quick.
Always
Well,
less.
Right.
Before we head to the actual, hang on, sorry. Right, listen. Before we head to the hole in the ground, why don't we stop by the tailors and find out who those 2 gnomes are getting on? Because I think they knew a bit about what was in that book and where all those things had come from and whatever. It might be worth just stopping by and having a word with them.
All right, we can do that. We can do that indeed. That's a good plan, Mr. Ruff. I'm definitely not trying to open my map. and talk slowly.
You're just talking in slow motion.
Yes.
Neil,
Commercial
can
break
I
happened.
ask you a question, Mr. Neil? Do you know anything about the town, or is it just this theatre?
No, as we mentioned the other week, I've been trapped in this theatre for as long as I've been on this plane of existence, so no.
Okay.
It's a town. How different can they be?
If you know where the magic might be, I would like to find it.
What?
I would like to find the magic of this town. Is there a magical operator in this town that you know of, Mr. Neil?
There is not. Having once again mentioned, I have not left this theatre for an extended period of time, and prior to that, I was in hell.
Hmm.
This must be very exciting, going outside, seeing a bit of life.
I'm from hell, so no. Hell's
Well-
pretty exciting. This is a normal town.
Just as you are a normal human raven, Mr. Neil. Wink.
That's a t-shirt if we ever get to that point. Just a normal human raven. Wink.
Right. Anyone else got anywhere they want to go before? Hey, should we take the owl bear back to the zoo before we go?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we need to do that.
There is a smash from the toilets behind you. More water gushes forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the owlbear.
Excellent. You open the door to the public toilet and
I
find
shake the
3 of the toilets have been smashed.
I shake the little bee.
Oh, yes.
I have a
that makes
little
sense.
bee. Now I wondered if I did or if I've gone mad.
No, you do. You do have it. You have the owlbear's busy bee.
Yes. I shake the little busy bee and go, Hooty friend.
Make an animal handling check, please. You can have advantage
Not
because
a
you have.
9.
You can have advantage because you have Hooty Friend's busy bee.
Ooh, 19.
19. Great. Hooty Friend sort of pads towards you.
We're gonna
And
take
just
you home.
well, just bites the busy bee with its beak.
Aw.
It squeaks loudly.
Okay. Can I wrap a rope around it like a lead and kind of pull it along like a dog?
You can try.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Okay, cool. Make make another animal handling check, but just normally. No advantage this time as you're trying to put a rope around a bear's neck, an owl bear's neck.
17.
17 plays. Oh yeah, okay, fine. You're able to pop a leash on the owl bear.
Now, owlbear, there's a raven, but he's just a normal human raven. Don't get confused. And don't try and mate with it.
Otherwise, you'd end up with a normal human raven owl bear.
Yeah.
So I walk back to these guys with the owlbear.
Okay. They're still slow motion walking towards the door. They're going very slowly.
Oh, I run up behind them and then join in the go really fast until I'm alongside.
Okay. The owlbear does not follow this cue and advances past you. And then the group tries to keep pace with the owlbear for a bit while looking there. It gets weird. You are outside. You are now in the town square.
Oi, Scalt!
Hi!
Hi.
Oi. Oi.
So you're in the town square, like we mentioned before. It's still sort of early, no, not early morning. It's sort of mid morning, getting on for about 11 o'clock. You can see as you scan. Sorry.
Is a sinkhole still there in the middle of the town square?
Yeah, there's still a lot of the rubble has been removed, but there is still because it's at best it's been a week.
Oh, okay. So guys, we need a quick way down. There's still the sinkhole.
Or we could go back to the temple where we came out from.
Yeah, it's probably safer than jumping in a sinkhole.
Probably. Well, why don't me and you go and take this owl bear back and have a look at my puppies? And why don't you guys go over to the tailor's and get yourself something nice? How's that sound?
Aye, we could do that.
All right then.
Although,
Puppies.
actually, can you? To begin with, I might maybe Hardcastle can go to the tailors because I want to check in with the half griffin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then, because you want to see the puppies because it's your spiritual home, Phillin go with Ruff. Me and Hardcastle will be like good cop, bad cop to our friends.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take the owl bear then, Miss Claire.
Yeah.
Come on then, Hootie.
All right, Matt. Please make an animal handling check.
Oh god. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Do I have? I assume I have. Yeah, 16. 16.
16. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Off we trot. Yeah.
Okay. So, who's going to the who's going to Cogbottom's Monstrous Petting Zoo and Activity Centre?
Me and Ruff.
Okay. And Richard and Briony, you are going to the tailors for reasons that I'm not convinced you understand.
No.
So let's we'll deal with the owlbear and friends first. You guys make your way down up Perkins Place. Walking north, you can see the activity centre ahead of you. It's open now, and there's a few kids scurrying around having a look at some of the exhibits and whatnot. You make your way in, and you can see to your left is I forget what we called him. Now I've got the list of beasts. Oh, this campaign is expansive.
Whose fault is that?
In a way, it's mine.
In a way,
In another,
COVID-19's. Oh, which
We're all agreed it's not our fault.
It can't be. Nothing to do with us.
Just because we didn't deal with any of the problems we had facing us and waited till we had a long list of
there
problems.
we are. Petting zoo. Yes, sorry. You can see Sploop, the gelatinous cube. In another one of the pens is a luminous yellow hat stand with a mouth. You can see just sort of flying around above the building is the silhouette of a half griffin or eagle. And there's a couple of other creatures skittering around. There's there is a vacant pen with Hootie Friend's name on it.
Hey.
Miss Cogbottom approaches you. Oh, excellent! I'm so pleased you've returned the young owl bear to our fold. How very kind of you both. Were there not more of you?
there was, but we have another quest to be on, Miss Cogbottom. So I'm gonna ask you openly: can I keep the owl bear?
No, this quest was entirely to return the owlbear to us, so no.
And in another way, it was about the friends we made along the way. And my friend is Hootie.
At this point, I grab the bit of the pantomime horse's costume that's just under Phillin's chin and extend it to above the top of his head and hold it. So that he might still be talking, but
I am.
All of the sound is direct upwards.
Yeah, and but his arms are still sticking out the sides of it, which I think the drawing that I saw, but it's just a lot more muffled. And I say, I believe we discussed remuneration for the return of the owlbear.
That we did. Here you are. And she wanders into a side room, opens a desk, produces a pouch, and passes that to you. I'm assuming you're the more reasonable one to hand this to, rather than whatever this is.
It's a fair assumption.
At this point, my costume, you let go, my costume comes down, and I go, but if you're willing, I'll have him Tuesdays and Sundays, and you have him the other days of the week.
I look out the window and go,
yes.
Oh my God, is that a halfling in the front half of a pantomime horse costume?
You're shitting me! No way! And I just run off.
Excellent. Oh yes, well played.
I look at her and just smile and sort of half smile and nod.
With there's a small dog appears 10 foot off the ground in front of you, falls to the floor, and just before it hits the floor, vanishes.
Lovely. I say to the zookeeper, must be an absolute bugger throwing a ball for one of those. And then I laugh slightly too long.
The throwing of the ball isn't the issue, actually. It's the retrieving it. But yes, no, you're very, very perceptive. Yes.
But listen, we'll head off, but I don't suppose you strike me as somebody with their ear to the ground. What's rumoured to be going on, or what's the town abuzz with? We've been off in the woods retrieving the owl bear. What's the news? What's the chat?
Most people, I suppose, are still discussing the swarm of undead that killed quite so many people about 5 days ago. There's also quite a lot of the mayor had returned with a number of mercenaries from Westgate, and there's some discussion. I know some of them are camped just outside of the city, and but other than that, I don't know what's going. Nothing terribly new has occurred, except for the fact that we're all sort of very excited to be outside and not trapped in our homes by wandering swarms of corpses.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be awful.
Biggest change. There's very little danger of getting bitten for most people. I mean, I work in a zoo, so you know, potato.
And how's the half griffin getting on?
Kez, well, I think. Out having a fly just now, a little morning exercise.
Well, tell him Ruff said hello.
That I shall.
He should have had a bag of mice. That was on my slate.
That was you. Yes. Thank you for the bag of mice parts. Very kind. Very kind of you.
If rest assured, if it's ever your birthday, you'll be getting something more suited. But I just thought that was be what the griffin would like, and I laugh again slightly too long.
In the background, I'm now talking to a pony, by the way.
Make an animal handling check, please.
Okay.
Rufus, you were saying?
I reach into the
18.
I reach into the purse that she gave me of coins, and I take out 2 gold and I give them to her, and I say, "These are from the halfling for the puppies."
Right. Again, they're not for sale. I've been very clear to him on that a number of occasions.
I'll try and explain to him that he can't buy them. These are just for like extra stuff for the puppies. He just wants them to be happy. Oh,
most kind. Yes, thank you very much.
I was at a place once where they put up a wee plaque that said if somebody sponsored the animals, there was like like it said their name and whatever. Maybe for 1 extra gold you could knock something like that up.
Yeah, well, I'll have a look into the economics of that, and then if it seems like a viable thing, I will let you know.
Okay,
you're staying at the theatre, aren't you?
I just immediately slide over 2 more gold and go, I'm pretty sure the economics work out, aren't you?
No, that's why I said I was going to have to go and look it up. But thank you for the extra gold.
I sigh deeply and turn on my heel and walk towards the halfling dressed as the back end of the animal that he's talking to the front end of.
Yes, as you walk outside, you can see that Phillin is quite thoroughly trying to find the join on a pony.
You'll not believe this, Mr. Ruff, but he's already found his other half, and I can't figure out how the zip works on this. Neil seems to think he's a real pony.
Rufus, as you come out, what's actually happening is Phillin is shouting into the anus of a pony. Just desperately shouting the word "hello." Out. Gamma 2 Delta. Yes, it does. Hello. Are you some halflings? Meanwhile, cut to the outside of the tailors. Claire and Richard. So Claire and Hardcore. You're approaching the tailors. You can see there's a new collection of items in the front window. It's mostly shirts.
I just hope they remember to get the rights and don't just take the money when they do the deal with the owl bear.
Yeah, no, I understand why that would be of a concern to you, but I'm much more focused on the money.
Oh, see, I'm more about the art.
Yeah, I suppose that's where you and I differ.
It's not the only way we differ.
True, there are many other ways in which we differ.
I knock on the door. Are we at the tailor's?
Yes.
Oh, I knock on the door. Okay.
It's a shop. It just opens.
Oh, are you good cop? Are you bad cop? Jack.
Why don't I be? Yeah, I'll be good cop and you be bad cop, because you look like the devil and I have a lot of police experience.
Look, just because I look like, you shouldn't just. Well, I'll do it for the Inquisition. Your
let's do it for the point.
shirts are shit.
Hello.
Kazbanda, who you've met many times, the bald dwarf who is a tailor, looks up and goes, "What?"
Yeah, don't mess with me. And does he have a bell at the door?
Yeah.
I hit it really hard.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Don't make me do to you what I did to the bell.
Don't be alarmed.
Oh, God.
We're just here to ask some really gentle questions.
Difficult questions. Questions you'd really hate if you got them in a quiz.
Okay, that seems entirely reasonable. Would you like some tea?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, I've just put the kettle on his way.
Then I'd like
we will both
drink.
And I will have a tea or whatever's easiest.
Okay. So, yes, what was it you wanted to ask?
Do you know what we should
Are you dressed as a tree?
Yeah. Do you like it? I mean,
no.
What of it? Oh. Really hurt. I like this outfit. I chose it specially.
Stay bad,
he
cop.
He pops into the back.
Where are you going? We're inquisitating you.
He comes back out again with a teapot.
Okay.
And produces a couple of mugs.
Likely story.
So, what was it you wanted to ask me about?
Well,
can you just give us 2 seconds?
1 second, 2 seconds, yeah. Let's have it.
Sure.
We just go over to one corner.
Claire, I really think just out of the good cop, bad cop premise, just for a second, this is probably something we should have discussed on the way over here. But what exactly is the information that we're trying to get out of this man?
You know what? I was hoping you knew, because it was Ruff's idea to come and speak to these guys, and I don't know why. I feel like, if anything, they weren't there in the temple, were they? The herbalist was, and Morden Thrupple's already gone to talk to them.
Yeah, so what is the... he said something... Should we ask about the book?
Yeah, but are they to do with the book? Because that wasn't them. Isn't that the herbalist and his wife?
No, I think he had the book, but I don't know what information we need to know about the book. But we could just ask general questions about the book.
Yeah, and then they'll know what we need to know.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, break.
Hello, you look nice.
No, you look like a shit.
About those questions we
What's
were going
happening?
to ask.
It's a reasonable question.
Listen,
Yeah.
friend.
What's with the book?
What book?
Oh, you'd like us to tell you.
Genuinely,
Yes.
I am going to tell you though, the book which we got for Miss Thrubwell,
Who?
Morden Thrubwell.
Don't play dumb with us. We'll outplay you dumb any day of the week.
So I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Right.
Hang on. Really?
Yeah. I don't think we ever told her who Morden Thrubwell is. We never said it. Like, we literally came in, we took some clothes, we rested, and we got them food from the Italian. I don't think they're to do with any of the rest of this. Right.
Oh, okay.
Are you anything to do with what happened in the temple? Do you know anything about that?
Please answer to the best of your ability.
And your head doesn't suit your body.
Why is that necessary to include? Right. So, what happened at the temple?
Yeah.
Do you mean my wedding?
What?
Oh, I get it. Is this about me and my husband getting married?
I don't think so. Was that when Vesuvius got?
We don't want to make it about that.
No, but Malarius. I did write it down. Malarius. Was Malarius invited to your wedding? And did you?
Who's Malarius?
The person who escaped from the tomb under the temple.
What tomb? What are you people talking about?
Well, I don't know why
Do you know who I
am? You're the tailor?
Yeah, Casbanda. We met a week ago. There are zombies. You guys broke into my shop.
Yeah, and we bought you food, and now we're here to find out what you really know.
About what?
You tell us. Rev, so 1 second, 2 seconds. Rev, Jack.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what Ruff wanted us to do.
Yeah, but I think that's mostly the case most of the time.
Yeah. I'm going to try another tact with them.
What, like you be good cop and I be bad cop?
Yeah, because I'm really struggling with bad cop. I've just called him a shit and ugly a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure you're going to do more like back deals.
Yeah, let me show you how it's done. This is how we did it in Baldur's Gate.
All right, we're swapping.
Here we go.
Thank you ever so much for letting us into your shop.
I turn the table upside down.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Very sorry, very sorry. Do you have anything to help us if we're going underground?
Well, he's just pushing the two of you out of the shop now, as Hardcore has just upended a display table.
Well, I think we just tell.
Have we lost Richard? Where is Richard?
Yeah, he's playing bad member of the party. And he's gone and off the screen.
When we said go dark, we didn't mean.
Yeah. We're really, really sorry. Can we just? Is there anything you know that would help us in an underground tomb? You were like a dwarf, and so you might know what would be helpful. We're going underground to try and stop some really bad stuff. And I was sorry, I'm rude. I was rude.
I steal his hat.
Make a sleight of hand check, Richard. At disadvantage because he's facing you.
That's a 6.
6. You slap his hat off of his head, at which point he just pushes you into the street, slams the door behind you, and flips the closed sign. Then takes that off, scribbles something off it, and writes "fuck off," and hangs a little sign on the door that just says "fuck off."
For an action, can I just go to the window and wave my hand and say, "Have a magical day"?
Yes, you can, and that has happened.
I think rather than get information, we just lost a friend. Should we get the others and go in the dungeon?
Well, as
Okay.
luck would have it, the other two make their way back up Perkins Place and arrive in the town square just to see you both being kicked out of the tailors.
And
And
I
the thing
start
is,
clapping my hands like this and going, well, I think we got everything we needed there. Right, Jack?
Let's just go to the dungeon now and have no follow-up questions about that.
Mm.
guys, I don't know how your afternoon's been, but I found the other end to a pantomime horse, and get this, by the time I got there, another halfling had took the end that I was gonna be. So now there's just a whole pantomime horse roaming the town.
Never mind all that. Did you find out from the tailor where Jan Largo was?
No.
That was,
That's what we're meant to be asking.
yes.
Why did it say "fuck off" in the tailor's window?
No reason. No reason. Actually, you know what? He said just go in the dungeon, I think.
Dungeon?
Yeah.
I thought we were meant to be going down the hole in the ground.
Yeah, that's just a fancy name for it. It's like boudoir and bedroom.
Right, no.
Famously interchangeable terms.
Welcome to my child's boudoir. You often
Yeah.
say that, don't you?
What is the boudoir? What is a bedroom but a sleep dungeon?
Yeah, hole in the ground, dungeon.
Okay.
Call the well what it is.
Okay. So, how do you want to do anything?
We're gonna go.
Right, listen. The only thing I'm genuinely wondering is that Jan Largo was tortured by the spirit of the mist.
Yeah, that's why Morden Thrubbell's gone to talk to him. He's the herbalist.
Isn't his wife the herbalist?
Yeah, but he lives with her.
Yeah, that's right.
Conventional.
Yeah, but we either have to find Mordaunt Throbwell and see what she's found out from Jan, or we could go and ask him ourselves.
I thought she said, you guys go in the dungeon and find out what you can find out there. She's going to talk to Jan and then we're going to meet and share information.
I thought she'd said that she'd go and look at keep reading about the book and picking the book apart. And if she discovered anything, she'd come and tell us.
Yeah, but she's going to do that with Jan.
Paul, can I just... Paul, is it possible for any of us to do a memory check where we can just check in with you, the DM, about actually what Morden Throbwell is doing?
Yes, she has gone to find the Jan and his wife, talk to them both about what they know about the book while continuing to research it. Briony was on the money here.
I wrote a to-do list and it wasn't on the to-do list to go find Jan.
Fair enough. I apologize.
I don't know about...
I just wondered whether there's... No, sorry. Just in-game, I wondered, what else is there to do to prepare? You guys are magic. So
I was going to say, is there any weapon shops around where we can get some things like arrows and stuff like that and tool the fuck up? Because I don't know about you, last time we was underground, I'm going to say it, guys, I didn't want to look like I didn't know what I was doing at times. I was acting purely on instinct.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe it. I know I look like I'm in control all the time, but sometimes I'm running in there and I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing, guys?
As he confesses to winging it, a bird overhead. The bird flies. You just see the shadow of a bird flying overhead. And a golf ball just falls into Phillin's open palm.
Mr. Ruff?
Wow.
I think I just caught a bird's egg. Can I keep it?
Sorry, it cracked out for me there. What happened?
A golf ball.
A golf ball landed into my hand from the shadow of a bird. I think, though, it might be a special egg. Mr. Neal, do you recognize this egg? Mr.
I
Neal?
do not.
So it's not one of yours.
Is there a nature check to see if any of us do know what that is?
I'm going to do an Arcana check on it, if that's okay. Just in case.
While we're talking about things we remember, I wasn't there at the time, but I think Ruff is meant to meet someone at 12.
That is correct. To get the ball.
But we'll be back by 12, right? If we go into the
Right. To be honest, I was going to backburner that. I'd forgotten that actually I'd made an arrangement to meet at 12.
Are you looking in your calendar right now?
The thing is that 12, that's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So
Because you dropped the ball off. You dropped it in game terms. You dropped the ball off about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I say we go to. Would the smithies have arrows?
Yeah. Let's
so why don't we go to the smithies, tool up? Paul, can I do an Arcana check on this golf ball just in case?
You certainly can.
I got me a. Oh, hang on. I know I have modifiers. Where are you? With modifiers, that is a 17.
A 17. Yes, you think this is a. You can't remember what it's called, but it's a ball used in a sport played almost exclusively in a region called Luskan. A town called Luskan, far to the north. Further north than Neverwinter.
Okay.
Can I quickly look up and see if I know what type of bird that is?
Oh no, it's long. It's gone by now.
Gone. All right.
I'm afraid you've missed it.
All right. So that bird picked up a ball and then has flown down from the far north.
It would appear so, Mr. Ruff. I don't know what time of year it is, but that could just be a bird going home for the holidays.
Excellent point, wee halfling.
And then we cut to outside the smithy, which I realise is merely me eliminating you guys walking for a full minute, but that could be the rest of the show.
You've seen this before, have you, Paul?
I have. You walk past the Dran Bank, you walk past the Bioso Patisserie, past the Sad Birthday Pub, past Morte Park, and on your left hand side you're on Paris Street. There's like a lot of the buildings to your left have been burned. It's quite a bad. The fire's really badly affected this area of town. But you get through that bit and you can see that you are on the corner is Resolute Benham's smithy. You could hear dinging, satisfying dinging from inside, and there's a couple of tables set up outside with armaments on them, but what's the word I'm looking for? There's like a chain passed through the sword hilts, so you can't just walk off with them.
I hope he hasn't spoken to his husband recently.
Not in the last,
3 minutes.
Good.
I walk up immediately and warmly greet him.
You wander in once again. We've got Benham is a heavy-set dwarf with a thick, dark beard, singed at one end, and his left arm is entirely metallic, held on with a couple of leather straps running across him. He's got a heavy apron on the front of him, and he's hammering away on the anvil. He
is that a euphemism?
No.
We'll come back later. Very sorry.
Hang on a second.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, he's busy putting the finishing touches to a maul, and then dumps that into a pail of water and is like, Ruff, how are you doing? What can I do for you? Or is this
Resolute, it's good to see you. No, not social, I'm afraid. We're a way to be on our toes, but it's the sort of job that's going to require some fairly, shall we say, expert equipment.
Well, you've come to the right place. What do you need?
Well, let's start with the halfling. What do you want, short stack?
I just check in. It's a long shot, but I don't suppose you have any magical weapons in, or anything that might, I'd love a wizard's staff that I could put my crystal in, but I could also whomp things on the head with. I don't suppose you got nothing like that. Or like a magical blade that glows, or something that's me. Something that suits Phillin.
No, I've not got anything in the way of magical items.
Well,
so no, I can do maybe a dagger.
oh, that'd be nice. Do you engrave them?
Can do.
How long would that take?
A wee while. What do you want engraved on it?
Oh, nothing. Just like
Well, then I can do that almost immediately. Done.
I'll take the dagger. Deal. Look, Mr. Ruff, it has nothing engraved on it. Isn't that magical?
Aye. Well, I mean, that could have been owned by anybody. Mysterious.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm done. I'm just going to go and stab this in the ground, see how pointy and sharp it is. I leave the
not
shop.
that you'll be leaving the shop without paying.
Don't
Mr.
worry.
Hardcastle, take care of my bill.
Resolute, don't worry. I'm carrying the cash.
All right. What about the rest of you?
Can you make drums?
Nope.
Oh.
I, over Claire's shoulder, mouth, thank you.
And he looks at you just very subtly, goes,
Then I guess I'll take a dagger too, please.
okay.
Same engraving as Phillin.
All right. Would you like one that looks different, or do you want an identical?
No, identical, so it's the Best Friends Club one.
All right. Anything else?
Just next time you see your husband, could you say that Claire and Jack are really sorry?
What does that mean?
Nothing. I'm going to go outside and see how pointed this dagger is.
As Claire goes out, I come back in, my legs bleeding slightly. Do you have anything to carry this dagger on my body?
Yeah, he tosses you a little sheath for the dagger.
Thank you and good day. I see you soon. I go back outside.
Look, Phillin, mine's matching.
Oh my gosh! Dagger twins.
Dagger twins. Dagger twins. Dagger twins.
Please make them roll to see if they've hurt themselves doing that. Please make them. I'm
Sure. Can you both of you just roll a d20?
It's a 10.
3.
3. Excellent. Briony, make a dexterity saving throw, and you, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where's my dexterity? +4. 19.
And mine is +3, so that's 16.
Cool. So as you're chanting dagger twins, Phillin, you clip Claire's dagger, which flies directly up. There's a bit of a panic as you both try to dodge it, but both run into each other. And then the dagger just lands in the earth between your big and index toe. Do we call them index toes?
Yeah,
we do now.
So
You
are
know
unharmed by it.
Phillin, we need to practice this.
we should try again, but not right now. We don't have the time.
back in the blacksmiths.
Would you mind taking a look and see if you can improve my warhammer?
How would you like it to be improved?
So it has a bigger hammer bit.
So just more hammer. You just want a bigger hammer.
Yeah.
So just hammer. More hammer.
I guess I could just want a bigger hammer bit on the end. Or do you want me to bolt another hammer onto the end of it? I'm not quite sure what you want.
No, I don't want the hammer. I don't want the hammer to have its own hammer. I want the hammer just to be a bit bigger so it causes more damage.
All right.
This one goes up to 11.
It'd take a wee while because it would involve blacksmithing.
Yeah. Okay. Good call. Well, it was really nice to see you, and Please, again, apologise to your husband for me. I'm going to go out and make sure the others haven't stabbed themselves to death.
Okay. As you open the door, Richard, a dagger just hits the wall next to your face.
Oh my God, Claire! It's so sharp. And I go and pull it out. And as I go, just because I am remembering this for reasons, don't forget to get some arrows, Mr. Ruff, whilst you're in there, and make sure they're as pointy as this dagger.
I shout back out to him, do any of you have a bow?
We all have crossbows, Mr. Ruff.
Right, so it's crossbow arrows you need.
I assume
or bolts, as they're known.
Aye, right, thank you.
I
How many can you carry?
Good question. I don't know. These trousers are very, very, very good at carrying arrows. Could you get me something to carry them in, Mr. Ruff?
I've got this bag, and I look at the bag with swag written on it. It's all right, we're not going to need a bag. How many?
I've also remembered, I don't think I do have a crossbow. I think that is Mr. Hardcastle. Mr. Hardcastle, do you have a crossbow?
And actually, I've looked at my equipment and I already have a dagger. Can I give the dagger back?
Oh, Jesus.
I have 2 daggers already, so this makes 3.
And instead, could I get a bow and arrow?
Yep. Well, yep, that's fine. You hand the dagger back and instead obtain a bow and, let's say, 20 arrows.
Ooh.
I also have a dagger, so may I also get something different?
just sorry, but can I'm maybe just having a moment here where it was Matt, wasn't it? He said we need to get tooled up. Let's go to the blacksmith, and it was Briony who immediately went, "Oh yeah, let's go do that." At which point you both have taken weapons that you already have.
I'm a very easy sell. Yeah.
No,
he said dagger, and I forgot I had 2 daggers. Mr. Blacksmith, sir, do you have anything that would be good for Halfling, maybe killing things with?
What about a pike?
I mean, they're all weapons.
Okay.
Some sort of pike?
You want a pike for that, fella? Sure,
Well,
yeah, by all means.
Listen,
it's not... he grabs from a rack the 7-foot-long bladed staff, which Phillin is 100% not proficient with.
You know what? You've already engraved it. I'll keep the dagger. And I go back out.
You know, I have thought of something practical we do perhaps need. Don't you need those things that cling into rock if we're going underground and it's all rocky and steep?
Crampons?
Yeah. Wouldn't crampons be useful? And those of you that don't have dark vision, maybe a torch if you don't have a torch. Or candles.
And I come back in and go, also, if you have anything to wipe blood off a dagger, that would be useful right now. And I've got a little cut on my knee.
Right. So
learning that we
that'll
need
be
to make
one
lists
set of
into places.
No, we better have 4 sets of pittance.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Are they expensive or are they just a pittance?
I would have laughed at that about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, we'd have all laughed at all sorts of things in the past.
Can we get
So,
some
4 bags of pittance, a dagger, and a bow. Anything else?
Yeah, arrows for the bow. And how long would it take to sharpen up this spiked armor? Is that too big of a job?
That's already pretty sharp.
Yeah, fine. Listen, it's more that you're the expert, so if you give it the once over and say it's fine, that's fine by me.
Right.
Right, so that's the 4 sets of pittance. Does anybody in this party know anything actually about climbing? Are we about to do that thing where we say we need like what's that thing you used to navigate by the stars? But actually, if you don't know how to navigate by the stars, it's fuck all use. Does anybody know anything about pittons? Do we need other shit for climbing?
We've got rope. We've got now a bow and arrow to fire the rope or the halfling across things. We've got pittons. I feel like Ruff, you probably have the most experience underground of the four of us, or is that just a generalization based on your past that we don't know about?
Well, it certainly plays into a certain stereotype, but to be perfectly honest, I think you're absolutely right. But in Dwarven culture, we've largely built all the tunnels and stuff already. Like there's maybe a bit of expansion and whatnot, but it's mainly mining. We don't tend to do a lot of climbing because we dig down.
Okay, so mining, we might need dynamite.
Dynamite isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about a pick? Does anyone have a pick in case we have to make holes?
I reckon I can probably do that with some of the stuff that I've already got if we needed to do that.
Then I think we have enough.
Let's get some potions.
You mean climbing?
And then we'll be on our way.
Climbing axes.
I don't know, Mr. Ruff. I don't know.
Can I also just check? And I'm not going to pretend that I came up with this idea. I just had an eye on the chat. Matt and Briony.
Yeah.
So Phillin and Claire, do you have any armor?
I have.
Because last time I checked, Phillin was dressed as a pantomime horse.
Yep, I don't. I just, what you see is what you get with me, Mr. Hardcastle.
I have armor class 13. Paul, does that mean I have armor?
No, but if we look at your character sheets, which is something you guys could have done at any point, we will see, Briony, that you are wearing leather armor.
Ooh.
And Phillin is not wearing armor because Phillin is a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm. I'm good, thank you.
Me too. Leather armor will do. I'm sneaky.
Really
just because I want to.
And according to the chat, I can't wear armor and cast spells.
You can, because bards can wear light armor.
Well, it's been good seeing you. I'm very quickly, if we have time, going to run over to the potion place and get us some healing stuff. Because boy, oh boy, do we need that. Mr. Ruff.
Which potion place are you referring to?
Oh, good question. Mr. Ruff, whilst I look this on the map, can I please have some money for potions and ice cream?
Yeah, I throw the halfling 5 gold coins.
Okay, cool. And I run over to, because one of them was burnt down, wasn't it?
Yes, the main potion suppliers was you were there when it burned down.
Was that Kragnar's?
Yeah.
No.
Oh well, run it. Will the herbalism? Will Largo's herbalism stock them, or was that the one that burnt down?
That's the one that was on fire when you were in it.
Well, let's go to Kragnar's apothecary.
Okay, I'll run over there and get us some potions, and then run off full speed.
That's only round the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, but I still run full speed.
It's in fact literally opposite where you live.
Yes,
you passed it. You passed it to get here.
Good.
But we would
come and pick me up on the way, guys, and I run.
Great.
I just quickly turn to Resolute and say, "Is everything all right? Like the town just seems to be rebuilding. Nothing. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly dark on the horizon, or at least no more so than usual. Is that about right for around here?"
Aye, that's about right. Yeah, we're just getting used to the fact that everything's back opening up again. Just trying to work out things. I'm just finding out people who's died or gone. There'll be a meeting of the town council in the next week or so, I suppose, to work out what's missing. If we need to shore anything up, I mean, the guard's a wee bit depopulated. And it'll be a while before we open the market again, I suppose.
Aye, well, it'll be the hole in the middle of the square will need filling in, right?
There is that. Oh yeah, but there's a good old construction company just next to you guys who will take care of that in short order. I would think that'll be a priority. I wouldn't wonder. But There'll be a few bits and bobs. Like I don't know. Like there's also been quite a lot of fires that are unchecked. There's a lot of houses have been destroyed down by Anna Square.
Do you know?
Right, well, we wouldn't know anything about that, but thanks for telling us.
Do you know what's caused the fires, Mr. Resolute?
But just that chaos around all the undead, I should think. Oh, a massive fire. A lot of the cornfields got burned down.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I hope they find whoever did that.
Yeah, it sounds like the undead. Definitely.
Definitely the undead.
Yeah.
Aye, definitely them. Sounds like a very undead thing to have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, what do we owe you?
So, bow and a set of arrows, 4 bags of pythons, a dagger, we'll call that 20 gold pieces.
Can you do it 15 for cash?
How else would I do it?
It was a joke. Sorry. I lived somewhere where that would have got a laugh. Never mind. Right, there's your 20.
Right.
There's your 20 gold pieces.
All right. I'll see you. I'll see you around. I'm going to have a good time adventuring and whatnot.
Hey, Resolute, before I go. A lot of blacksmiths do the big construction-y things, but some of them also like to turn their hand to craft. You strike me as a man who may have something of an artistic flair. Would that be fair to say?
In a way, aye.
Well, look. Would you make me something I can put on this armor so it feels like mine? I don't care what it is, but I'd really like it. So,
Aye, I'll have a wee think about that.
Aye, that'd be grand. Thanks very much.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have a think. Okay. And with that, you head out. Meanwhile, over in the town square, a sweaty halfling arrives at the front door of Cragnar's apothecary, and instead of sort of knocking, just sort of blunders through.
Potions! We need potions!
You step through into a dimly lit, dusty, like weirdly quiet environment. The shelves are largely bare. The shelves are largely bare. Sunlight streaming in through the it's all dusty, so the sunlight is like coherent beams of light. And in the dark ahead of you, in the shadows, you can just see a figure move. It's like eyes glimmering. It's a shadow in shadow. Its eyes glimmering yellow. Like,
hello there. My name is Phillin Blanks. I'm on an adventure and I need potions. Can you help?
But of course. And
Sorry,
it steps forward. But of course. And
Brilliant.
It steps forward a little bit. What do you require?
I always get hurt, so I need something that makes me better when I get my bumps. And also, I need some other stuff that I don't know. What you got?
So, healing potions.
Healing potion? Yeah, how many of them you got?
I'm afraid we've had something of a run.
Well, I'm sure you got a potion for the run, but I need healing potions, so...
Helium potions?
Whatever you got.
We can do 4.
I'll take... How much are they?
50 gold apiece.
Okay. 50 gold a potion.
Yes.
That seems quite steep.
Oh, feel free to buy from my cheaper competitors.
Okay.
Good day.
No, wait.
And as this guy steps forward, and you can see he's an orc. He's a 7 foot tall, burly orc, wearing spectacles, with a sort of shock of white hair, but dressed in a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just dressed in a sort of typical apothecary garb. He's wearing like a sort of a long jacket, a waistcoat, and a little tie. He's dressed perfectly nicely. He's just an orc, with a somewhat malevolent grin.
Okay, I didn't catch your name there. As I say, I'm Phillin Blanks, and you are?
Cragnar.
Hello, Cragnar. Sorry, Cragnar. What?
On the door.
I came very fast. very fast, and I didn't want to assume, because assume makes an ass out of you as well as me. And I point to my trousers.
Oh, shitting hell.
At this point, Paul, I've looked around and realised that Phillin isn't with us anymore, and I rush over to Kragnar's as well, because I'm like, oh God, we let him go on his own.
Kragnar, I'm going to just
Yeah.
shoot straight with you. How's business been since this undead malevolent stuff?
He literally just said.
It's not been good, has it? Well, I'm going to tell you this now. I was one of the people who helped sort that undead problem out, and I'm going to go and put myself in danger to sort some more of this town's problems out. And less town problems means more business for you. So how about you think smart, and we could say 2 potions for 5 gold pieces, and the town gets better.
That was going well up until that haggle. So make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Never mind.
Well,
I've got a 20.
well, yeah.
He reaches to the side, and again, dust flies out. He pulls down a chart, which is simply put, it's just a supply and demand chart. And proceeds to give you a lecture on economics and pricing that absolutely goes over your head.
1 for 5 gold pieces.
We're done here.
Yes, you are, with that attitude to business.
And
Good
he
luck
puts
with
his,
your
he puts his
business,
hand
sir.
on top of your head, rotates you through 180 degrees, and just starts pushing you out of the door. Although you make a perception check.
16.
You notice he is careful to avoid the sunlight.
Oh. Don't like the old sun, do you, my friend? Oh. Interesting. And I get my new dagger and shine it in his eyes.
Okay. What's your other class?
13.
Great. He smacks you across the face with the back of his hand. You fly out into the street. Please take 5 damage.
And you'll think twice before making bad business decisions like that, Mr. Kragnar.
The door slams shut. A raven lands next to you and goes, well, how's your morning been?
Pretty good. We can never shop here again.
I hope you enjoyed that. If you have, please like and subscribe. And in the real world, we've just hit our 1st year anniversary on Twitch. We're being hosted by Dungeons and Dragons on their Twitch stream now. I've also got a bunch of new stuff coming up. I'm in the process of editing a bunch of videos about playing D&D, running D&D, just thoughts about some of the content within D&D. Those are being edited right now, because I'm not great at editing. That's questing time. Point made. Thank you all so much for watching. Part 2 will be right with you, and I'll see you there. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated.